The latest report from Home Depot has just revealed a very concerning consumer trend. Contrary to the traditional bustling scene of Memorial Day, the stores are currently eerily empty. What's happening to the wallets of Americans' inflation and the frozen housing market are suffocating households. The demand for replacing doors, upgrading windows, or roofing has completely disappeared. They are just making temporary patches to get by. The end of Home Depot. Why millions of Americans are giving up on home improvement. This video will take you deep into a macro investigation. The audience is witnessing a major paradox. People continue to shop for small items but absolutely say no to $1,000 projects. How will this warning affect you? Let's find out together. To understand why this storm is so frightening, we cannot just look at the surface. We must delve into the telling numbers in the latest financial report together. Looking at the surface, you can see that the giant Home Depot still announced a huge Q1 revenue figure, $41.77 billion, even slightly exceeding analysts' forecasts. But don't let that flashy number fool you. If you delve deeper into the cash flow structure, you will uncover a back-breaking truth. This revenue is entirely maintained thanks to a clientele of professional contractors who spend lavishly to keep up with project timelines not from ordinary people like you and me. In reality, the sales growth at existing stores only reached a mere 0.6%, a concerning stagnation and much lower than market expectations. What's more concerning is that the number of transactions by individual consumers has dropped by 1.3%. Imagine the usual crowd entering the supermarket is gradually thinning out, and when they do come, the average cart value is now just around $90. What does this figure of $90 indicate? It shows that Americans have completely frozen their big plans. Instead of spending a few $1,000 to replace a garage door or renovate a bathroom, they just pick up a few nails, some screws, or a small can of paint to patch things up, making temporary repairs to get by day by day. The defensive frugal mentality is evident on every bill. If you are also delaying shopping or home renovations like millions of Americans right now, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel now. The following analysis will provide you with a highly proactive perspective to protect your wallet against the upcoming economic fluctuations. This cooling trend did not stop at the shelves of Home Depot, but quickly triggered a terrifying domino effect, sweeping through the stock market and exposing serious fractures across the entire industry. Look at the brands that supply building materials, which are the backbone of American households. The stock of JELD-WEN Holdings, a company specializing in selling doors and windows, just experienced a dark Friday when it plummeted by 6%, hitting a record low of $5.50. This wave of sell-offs occurred despite the group chairman hastily spending over $100,000 from his own pocket to buy shares in an attempt to reassure the public. But the panic mentality of investors has become all too clear. Not stopping there, the stock of Fortune Brands, the parent company owning the national faucet brand Moen, has also evaporated by 21% in value within the past year. Other giants like A.O. Smith, which specializes in selling water heaters, and Blue Links, which specializes in providing plywood, have also met the same fate, plummeting to their lowest levels in the past 3 years. You see, the home renovation and construction industry, which accounts for 4% of the total GDP of the United States, is truly suffering deeply from within. Prolonged high interest rates have turned assets that once brought pride to families into a financial burden that no one wants to touch. Looking at this bleak macroeconomic picture, do you think the real estate market can recover this year, or are we on the brink of a worse recession? Please leave your comments below so we can discuss together. But these macro numbers or stock charts are still only half the story. What is the real trigger that has outraged the American people, causing them to completely turn their backs on repair services and create an unprecedented wave of strong resistance? We will uncover that shocking truth together in the next part. You know, if we only blame inflation, the Fed, or the global supply chain, we're only seeing half the truth. There is another underlying cause, a painful tumor that is directly pushing American consumers to the brink and making the aisles of Home Depot as cold as ice. That is the insane price gouging by service contractors, or as the financial world likes to call it, contractor price gouging. Let's temporarily forget about the dry stock charts. And let me tell you real stories that are making waves on forums like Reddit, where discontent has reached its peak. A netizen just shared their near-fainting experience upon receiving a quote for the installation of exactly 2 outdoor shock-proof electrical sockets. Guess how much the cost is? Not $200, not $2,000, but $12,000. Yes, you heard it right, $12,000 just for 2 electrical outlets. The contractor casually explained that they had to charge for the survey insurance and risk. But in reality, it was a blatant daylight robbery, or like another classic story about replacing a roof. About 10 years ago, if your roof leaked, the total cost to replace a good quality metal or plastic tile roof only ranged from $5,000 to $7,000. However, this year, with the same area and the same materials, unchanged construction companies are ready to throw an invoice worth $15,000 to $25,000 at homeowners. This madness makes people feel that the contractors seem to have completely lost their minds. They are challenging the limits of endurance of ordinary workers. If you have ever found yourself in this frustrating situation when you call a worker to your house and receive an outrageous price, then hit like on this video so we can create a common voice, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because right after this I will reveal the secret of where that exorbitant money actually goes. It is these quotes of a psychological terror nature that have sparked a wave of intense outrage among the public. The American people began to look around and recognize a bitter paradox. While they have to tighten their belts, counting every penny when going to the supermarket, the contractors around them are living a life of luxury. Audiences on forums continuously mockingly say, just look at the parking lots of the contractors, the latest shiny Ford F-150 super trucks, the expensive wake boats docked at the marina, and the million-dollar villas of the construction bosses. Consumers bitterly realize that they are not paying for the actual value of materials or labor, but are directly funding the lavish lifestyle of subcontractors. This sense of betrayal has triggered a silent rebellion known as absolute boycott of optional remodeling services. Americans unanimously tell each other, if the bathroom is just a little stained, just leave it as it is. If the wooden floor is slightly scratched, just lay a rug over it. Absolutely do not call a worker, do not create more work. They would rather accept living in an outdated house than turn themselves into obedient little lambs for others to shear. This strong resistance is directly cutting off revenue from Home Depot's major projects, pushing the industry into a new dark chapter. I would really like to know your perspective. In your opinion, is the current surge in contractor prices due to their actual increased costs, or is it just a tactic to exploit the situation and get rich quickly? Leave your comment below and let's debate who is right and who is wrong. But do you think Americans will surrender and sit idly by in their broken houses? The answer is no. When pushed to the wall, they found a secret weapon to save themselves, creating a massive migration to a completely new trend that the retail giants had never anticipated. We will explore that fascinating uprising in the next part. When pushed to the wall by outrageous contractor prices, Americans did not sit idly by. A silent yet extremely fierce financial migration has erupted across the states, creating a wave known as the desperate DIY movement. The mindset of homeowners has changed drastically at this point. They look into their wallets and bitterly exclaim, I can't even earn $500 an hour, so why should I pay a repairman that exorbitant wage? Let's look at the story of a homeowner who needs to install a water softener system. The equipment set bought on Amazon costs only $750, and the additional components purchased at the Lowe's or Home Depot counter are less than $75. However, when he called the technician, he received a quote for the installation of just 3 hours of work at $2,200. Too shocked and outraged, he decided to send the workers away. He turned on YouTube, dedicating exactly 5 hours of the weekend to figure things out on his own, connecting each pipe and tightening each screw by himself. The result? The system operated perfectly and he immediately saved over $2,000 in cash. Americans are turning online tutorial videos into the ultimate weapon to protect their families. They are willing to spend time and take technical risks to avoid becoming victims of price gouging. If you also agree that self-learning and self-doing are the best ways to avoid being led by contractors in this day and age, then don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is the motivation for the channel to continue exposing such exclusive global economic truths. But if you think the DIY story above is the limit, then the next wow data situation about a consumer paradox will truly astonish you. This is the clearest symbol of a defensive financial mindset willing to sacrifice the quality of life to preserve the cash of the American people. Imagine in the middle of a scorching summer, the heating and central air conditioning system HVAC, the heart of an American home, suddenly breaks down completely. The contractor comes to inspect and presents a repair and replacement bill amounting to $11,000. In a normal context, the homeowner would swipe a credit card or take out an installment loan to get it done immediately. But at this moment, when the economic future is too uncertain, this homeowner made an extremely painful yet calculated decision. He refused to repair the central system. Instead, he went straight to Home Depot and brought back 3 small window-mounted air conditioners costing less than $000 in total. He accepted the buzzing noise in his ears, accepted that his house looked ugly, and lost its aesthetic appeal just to achieve one single purpose: to keep $10,000 in cash in his bank account for emergencies. This is no longer a story of ordinary saving. This is a defensive mentality at its highest level. Consumers are actively lowering their living standards to save cash. Looking at this homeowner's solution, do you think he is being too wise, or is he torturing himself in an extreme way? If it were, would you be willing to sacrifice your family's comfort to keep $0,000 as a crisis reserve? Please leave a comment below. I'm very curious to know your answers. The fierce resistance from individual consumers through the DIY movement and defensive mindset is delivering fatal blows to the core revenues of retail chains. But the nightmare of the U.S. housing market doesn't stop there. Another blow comes from the suffocating macroeconomic policies and the financial market, which are directly pushing the entire industry into an abyss. We will decode the policy stranglehold in the next section. At this point, we need to recognize the reality that Americans tightening their belts is not just a story of temporary anger over price issues. It is the result of a macroeconomic vice tightening the real estate market from all sides. The first impact is the mortgage interest rate, which is firmly anchored at nearly 7% across the United States. Try putting yourself in the position of a home buyer with these exorbitant interest rates. A standard loan suddenly transforms into a lifelong debt burden. This pressure is so great that the National Association of Realtors in the U.S. had to acknowledge that pending home sales have plummeted to an all-time low. This deadlock has created an unprecedented phenomenon. Many home buyers are willing to forfeit their earnest money deposit rather than sign a risky loan agreement. On the other hand, homeowners also do not want to sell simply because they are not foolish enough to give up their low-interest loans from previous years in exchange for a more expensive new loan. The market has completely frozen. When no one buys, no one sells. The demand for shopping at Home Depot to renovate and refurbish homes in order to increase real estate value is also officially eliminated. If you find that these macro analyses are uncovering what the market is hiding, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel to follow the latest financial movements with me. But if a 7% interest rate is what weakens the market, then the fuse named the new tax policy is the direct blow that puts the construction industry into a state of red alert. The plan to impose strict tariffs along with the mass deportation campaign of undocumented immigrant workers is creating a real shockwave. According to estimates from research firms like ISI Evercore, up to 15% to 20% of the workforce in the U.S. construction industry consists of undocumented immigrants. They are the team of laborers, roofers, and wall installers who quietly operate the construction sites at a reasonable cost. Now imagine the anxiety of the contractors at this moment. The fear of immigration raids is turning each workday into a gamble. Economists have warned of a dire scenario. The next day contractors could very well face the sight of roofing crews disappearing completely because no one dares to risk showing up. This underground labor shortage will immediately drive the wages of legal workers to a new outrageous level. That is why the leadership of Blue Links Corporation had to issue a stern warning that any policy increasing the cost of home ownership and maintenance at this time will backfire. When the political and economic vice tightens simultaneously, individual consumers are completely stripped of their financial capacity. In your opinion, will this tightening of immigration policy help protect jobs for locals, or will it be the final domino that completely collapses the American construction industry? Please leave your perspective in the comments section below so we can discuss it together. This double punch is creating a crack too large, not only shaking the position of retail giants like Home Depot, but also preparing to trigger a devastating domino effect on the entire supply chain surrounding it. So once this sandcastle collapses in 2026, what future awaits American households and the economy? We will arrive at the decisive answer in the next conclusion. Back to the big question we posed at the beginning of the video. Is this really the end for Home Depot? The fairest answer is not really. A massive retail empire will not easily collapse overnight. But this is certainly the end of an era when renovating and upgrading homes in America was easy, affordable, and within reach of the vast majority of the middle class. What we are witnessing is the beginning of a new, harsh reality. In the coming months, a wave of chain reactions will officially hit the real estate market. The decline in sales at Home Depot is a precursor to a wave of houses being pushed onto the market in their original condition, old, outdated, peeling, and without any repairs or upgrades, simply because homeowners have completely run out of money and hope. Amid the rising mortgage interest rates, home prices will certainly have to drop to stimulate demand. When buyers realize this downward price trend, they will not rush to spend money, but will choose to freeze their wallets patiently, waiting for even better deals. The market will fall into a state of widespread paralysis, where both sellers and buyers engage in a mentally exhausting psychological game. The real nightmare doesn't just stop at depreciating houses, but lies in a loop that macro experts liken to the image of a snake eating its own tail. When the number of individual customers sharply declines, service contractors, instead of lowering prices to stimulate demand, choose a wrong step, raising prices very high, shouting exorbitant prices to the few remaining customers to compensate for the lost revenue. But they don't understand that this selfish action is like a dose of poison. The crazier the labor costs rise, the more frightened people become, intensifying the wave of service boycotts and completely shifting toward the DIY movement. Customers are becoming fewer, workers continue to raise prices, and this cycle will directly collapse the entire freelance workforce, from electricians, plumbers, roofers, to small construction contractors. Once this service supply chain collapses, it will lead to the downturn of an entire surrounding economic ecosystem, leaving a profound lesson on the limits of consumer tolerance. Before we wrap up today's episode, I have an open question for all of you. If you were in the current situation, would you be willing to pay the contractor $12,000, or would you choose to turn on YouTube and figure out how to fix the house yourself? Where do you think this market will head in the next year? Please leave your comments in the section below. Let's create a lively and civilized discussion space together. If you find these exclusive perspectives and in-depth analyses valuable, please support the channel by hitting the like button, sharing the video, and especially by subscribing to the channel today so you don't miss the next episodes of Financial and Economic Decoding. Your support is our greatest motivation. All content in this video is for informational purposes, only analyzing trends and sharing entertaining perspectives on the economy, and does not constitute financial or real estate investment advice. Please conduct your own research and take responsibility for your personal financial decisions. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next videos.